So we're going to talk about influence. Again, this is a classic book if you're in marketing. I just want to talk about it. Robert B. Cialdini. It's a book called Influence. I read it a long time ago, back when I realized there was market research and branding, and I needed to learn marketing. And there's some things when you study, you keep seeing the same things happen over certain books. People talk about these principles. And so, and in this context, and what's going to help you make your website convert or get trust, I just wanted to point out, and if you don't know them, once we go over them, you will begin to see these techniques everywhere. Everything you see, all the emails you get, stuff you see on TV, once you realize these things, you'll see them everywhere. So the book's called Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion. He talks about 6 different principles, whatever, or that influences human behavior. It can be done for good, it can be done for bad. I'm not trying to judge it, but just, and you have to use it, know your own ethical lines and use it rightly to help, because you have a business, you have a product, it's going to help somebody. So I think it's fine to stand out, to make a difference, to get people's attention so they get your good stuff. Number 1, reciprocity. Straightforward. When you give somebody something, most humans are a little compelled to do something back for you. Make sense? So whenever you see, like the site, the free videos, anything free online from a business, they're giving it to you free so that you can trust them, and so that when they actually, it's like they're putting a deposit in your love tank. They're making a deposit. I give you this, I give you this, I give you this, I give you this. They may not ask for anything for weeks or months, but eventually they want to make a withdrawal. That's reciprocity. That's, to me, that's feeling. Social proof. I think you probably guess what that means. If other people are doing it, then why not I do it? Why not join? That Josh said, if 221,000 people are already on his email list, it's probably good. It may not be, but that's a pretty strong idea. So whenever you see that's how you use. Social media does that, especially if you have a big following and you can show anything number that shows other people like me. Testimonials does that. If this person likes me, if that person likes them, that's the psychology behind testimonials to me. Or reviews. Scarcity. Scarcity is what you're offering. Is there a limit to it? I get emails, offer. I get my Starbucks app. It'll ping me and beep me and buzz me and say, hey, we've got this buy one, get one free. It's only on March 20th and 21st. Scarcity. If you have anything you want to give somebody, if you put a limit to it, if you say you can only get it this, I've only got 10 copies of this, any type of limitation persuades people. Because again, you don't know what people are going to do. I mentioned people have the attention span, well, it's not as long as it used to be. Before they get another tweet, before they see another buzz, before Facebook comes, can you motivate them to make an action now? Because if you don't, 30 seconds from now or a day from now, they may see 5 different offers from 5 different competitors of the same thing. So when you have their attention, you want to get them to make a decision quickly. Make sense? That's scarcity. Put some limitations on what you're offering. Commitment and consistency, I don't know how to explain it well, but it's just people like to make decisions and actions that are consistent with their values. If you can find, again, I guess you got to know your audience. And if you offer something, I want to say just the psychology. People make decisions that fall in line with their values. That's all I'm going to say. You can do that. Like, it's one thing I will say on that, the values is, that's one thing I like about Facebook, is that Facebook is, it's the biggest social network out there. And the reason why Facebook works from a business is because people like things they like. So my value is OSU, or I like this or that. People are liking movies. So all this personal data is in Facebook. And if you don't know this, you can tap into any type of character trait thing you want of anybody in Facebook and offer only those people who have that trait an offer. But that's, again, but knowing your audience, knowing their background, authority is, again, what's going to persuade somebody to make a decision. If there's Joe Blow here, which is a regular person, and then there's Dr. Joe Blow. That doctor is what's on authority. That is going to persuade someone to make a decision. That's what authority is. It's anything in any other credentials that is persuasive more than just a regular person. Then there's liking. It's just people do business with people they like. If it's attractive, if it's a normal, attractive-looking person, they're more likely to move forward. Anyway, so that's long-winded way of saying. Again, the thing is, I've got one site here, but we could go back and look at some of these big sites, and you can see the psychology of what they're doing. Authority, Canada's fastest growing company. This is a different business.